Hello my creative peeps, and welcome back to my channel for another video. Today we are doing a real time plan with me for February. I thought I could take you through how I actually plan for my month. Not only just the decorative aspect, but the actual planning. So we're gonna do some actual planning together. Today I'm going to be planning in my Creatively Free to Be Me planner. This is a quarterly planner. I just set this one up in last week's video, so if you're interested you can go ahead and watch that in case you missed it. But when I was filming that video, I had taken a poll and asked if you guys had wanted a sped up voiceover version or a real-time version or a live version. And it was kind of split 50-50. So since last week's video was real-time with voiceover, this week will be a real-time kind of plan with me and look into how I do that. So I hope that you enjoy. Grab your stuff, maybe take some notes if you want on things that I may talk about that you might want to use in your own planners. So let's just flip to February here and get started. So just to set myself up, I have my highlighters that I like to use, so let's pull those out. I have my two Tombow colors for the month. So I'm just going to kind of set the mood here. And I like to just add some color on the days of the week. I usually pick two colors for the month. There really isn't a rhyme or a reason for this per se, but I just like how it looks. I had already stuck my February sticker here. These stickers match the planner font, and you can find them in my shop. There's months, and there's days, and there's numbers, which I don't have with me, but those are there to be used if one so wishes. So I also have this past plan with me. So I'm going to set myself up with some color and put in the dates on the weeks, and then we'll get into the planning part. I just wanted to see how I did my header for January, and it looks like that. So I just kind of want to keep that consistent. It's just my handwriting. So we'll do February. And then it's the second month. All right. So I'm going to do the actual planning like I said, but let's just go ahead and put in my dates. I like to do my date stamp for this. January 31st, though, is going to be the last day. The first day of this weekly spread. So we'll put that there. If I go out of frame at all, I do apologize. I'm going to try my best to keep it in there for you. All right. So I'm just going to go through and do all of my date stamps. I also designed these boxes so you can just like put the number inside of this little radiating kind of sun shape there. So that's the idea behind that. But I'm just obsessed with my date stamp, and it's what I always use. So that's what we're going with. And this is the moment where you go, I hope I didn't mess any of those dates up. No, so 28th is a Monday, which I will probably roll into March, but we're going to stamp that out just in case. Okay. So we got our date stamps in. Let's move this out of the way. And then I'm going to do our weeks here in the color. Lately I've been doing the top and kind of the dinner meals, but I don't know if I want to. I'm gonna do color in these and then use my stickers on top. Like so. And then this is my to-do list. So I just like to write my header, and then this is my study log. Which is just things I'm studying for my own like personal development, like astrology and tarot and things, numerology, and related topics. So that's what that is. And then this is the to-do, like 3-second drop shadow on these bad boys. All right, put our stickers on. It's one of the reasons I really like the black and white font stickers is I can use a color either under, or you could even color over it as long as your marker's not too juicy, and then make it coordinate with whatever you're doing. You could also just, you know, leave it, but let's be extra. Okay, so there's that. Our week. I think I'm also gonna just that looks pretty messy, so maybe we'll regret that later, but it's there for now. And that's just the spot where I put my dinners. Okay. Which, believe it or not, comes in handy more often than you would think. Especially when, you know, there's leftovers in the fridge, and then Chris is going to eat it, and he's like, when did I make this? And I'm like, hold on, I can tell you. All right. Again, super messy drop shadow. All right, now let's do some of the planning. So Wednesdays, I always have the same cleaning clients. So I like to fill those in. I also have one that I do every 3 weeks, and I know, because I went there yesterday, that it falls on the 16th. All right. These are the appointments and obligations I already had in there because they were out of the ordinary. I had one on a sticky note here. I have to go to the bank at 10:30. Shadow also has a vet appointment that day. So my color code here, pink means I have to put on real pants and leave the house to do it. So we'll start that. This, I have some goals on there, so we'll put that over there. All right. Now, one of the things I have to plan every month is, actually, let me just, these are like holidays or anniversaries and such. So I just want to make sure they stand out. It'll be 1 year since we adopted Shadow soon, which is pretty crazy. There we go. So, as I was saying, one of the things that I have to plan every month, of course, is my content. I have set content that I put out on Patreon every month. And then, of course, I have my YouTube videos. I have my class. I have all kinds of things. So I like to start my planning sessions off as far in advance as I can, planning for the week ahead. I don't like to do this too far in advance because something like my live stream, I try to work around, put my live stream on a week where I know I'm going to have a lot of work or appointments. So, because I don't have to pre-film it, I just have to show up for it. So that kind of makes my life a little easier. So this week I know that, which is next week, oh my goodness, coming right along, I know that I'm going to have to be putting out my second class lesson, which I have started filming, but I haven't finished yet. So that's going to need to go out. I'm going to have to post the supply list for that. So I think that'll go up on the 3rd. So supply list gets posted. Anything that gets posted on Patreon or YouTube goes in this green color. And I'll probably want to have my class up this weekend if I can manage it. I think it'll probably go up either Saturday or Sunday. So because I have that big project to work on, I'm going to want to do my live stream on Patreon here. So live at 3, followed by a Zoom hangout at 4 p.m. for my patrons. And that gets pink because I have to be there, you know. Physically be there, put together, interacting with people. I'm also doing lives on Fridays. We'll put that in after. Okay, so one of these days is going to be the class. I'm going to be ambitious and say lesson number 2 comes out on this day. Oops. And then the mailers for the lesson will go out on this Monday. The other videos I need to schedule are my spiritual updates, my journal updates, and a journal with me. I know that the Sunday before this is a journal with me, and that is also like a journal with me because it's a live. So I'm going to put this as my spiritual updates video. Okay. Let's just go ahead and put in the dots here that I can fill out for my YouTube videos. And then we'll make this one let's make this one a journal with me. And then we'll do our journal updates here. Which is, my journal updates video is a flip through of all of my pages in my planners and journals for the month. The 28th is my posting schedule for the next month, so I gotta get that up. This week is probably gonna be the week that I put out the wish list supply number 2, which means this is the day I need to post the supply poll for my patrons. Which is gonna probably be too late. I may have to shift that whole thing up a week, but it's all gonna depend on when those supplies come in. So, TBA, I guess. Live stream, the Friday live stream on my Patreon. I guess we'll make it on the 25th. All right, so live at 11 a.m. Oops. On Patreon, which should have been pink, because I have to be there. All right, looks ugly, but such is life. Then we have to schedule my readings, my card readings for people. Let's say the start of the month, we'll deliver those on Friday. And then I usually do one in the middle of the month. Let's do them again on this Friday. All right, so this is gonna be the plan with me, which I'm filming right now. Plan with me for February. I would really like to get up my flip through of all of my journals from last year, which means I have to finish doing the writing in my last journal from 2021. So let's do video ideas. So please, none of this is definitive. I'm just sharing with you my planning process. So if you see a video and it doesn't go up that week, or it doesn't get put out that month or whatever, please, please don't be upset. This is just an inside look at how I'm planning things. So, and you'll see what all these deadlines, how they trickle down into the weeks as we go. So this is video ideas, 2021 journals, flip, which means I need to finish writing. Alright, so we're gonna stick this here for now. Sticky notes are my best friend, in case you couldn't tell. Okay. I might have some meetings and things, but that will get filled in as we go. A couple things I know that I need to plan for. I always have a sticky note that says grocery shopping that I move around. I also have my sister's birthday dinner. My family keeps trying to get together for it, and it hasn't worked out yet. So again, that's on a sticky note that I move around, because I'm one of those people who, like, I don't like a surprise, as in, like, oh, all of a sudden your whole afternoon is committed to this thing when I planned for it to not be. So moving these sticky notes around is my way to combat that. I hope that that makes sense. Not because I don't want to let go necessarily. I just, I have to be very flexible in my schedule, but that doesn't mean I enjoy being flexible in my schedule. So I use these to pre-plan and then move. So Chris likes to go shopping on Mondays, so we're going to put that on Mondays. Chris also wants to do something for Valentine's Day. Which will make it a compromise. Not something I would do, but if it were up to me, but he wants to do it, so that will be one of these days here. So I just need to keep that in mind moving forward. So I'm going to go ahead and transfer all of these dates onto the weeks so that I can get to planning tasks. So I'll speed that part up and I'll see you again in a second after I get all those things filled in. Got all that in. So let's look at this, shall we? Where's my stickers? Here they are. All right. I'm gonna use my moon stickers. This is a new moon, so we're gonna use the new moon sticker. Let's see. These are all appointments. This is grocery shopping. So on Sunday, I'll need to make my to-do list. So let's pull out my my planner we're moving out of. Meal plan, grocery list, and clip the coupons. Okay, this is also the end and beginning of the month, so I know I'm gonna have to do my bookkeeping, finance planner stuff, and pay my bills. Because my income is variable and a lot of my income is like I get paid for like my Patreon all at once and stuff like that. I pay all of my bills and do all of my like savings and things like that, budgeting and stuff, all on one day when the month kind of transfers here and things roll over. So I know I'll need to do that. We're going to have to record the card readings. Which means we also need to do a post for the card readings so that people can sign up for them. What else do we have? I need to post the supply list. I'm going to need to edit this plan with me and get it scheduled, and edit lesson 2. And get that scheduled. I'm gonna have to schedule the live streams and get those ready to auto post. I don't like to plan everything in advance, but I do like to plan as much as I can, at least kind of get an idea of things that I'll be working on. Oh, and again, so especially like this. So I have my mailers going out on that Monday, which means I need to work on the mailers on this week. So design my mailer stuff. We have the new moon and Imbolc. So new moon and I don't know if I'll get to do something for either one of these, but I put it in my study section so that if I have time on those days, I know what I want to work on in terms of that. I also need to remember, Chris and I had established a new schedule about who cooks and does dishes when, but he's kind of playing with the idea that he wants to work overtime Thursdays and Fridays. So we have to shift it. So I'm going to write which days I cook down here next to my meal bar so that I remember, because we switched some days. I used to cook Monday, Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. But now he wants to do basically we're switching Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm just writing that down there. Moving on, adding my color. I do like to leave like some decorating to do the week ahead. I also might not always want to do my study log. Frig it. I'm just going to pretend that we're extra organized. And believe me, I'm like planning all this out now, but I guarantee you stuff is going to have to move. That's just how my life goes. Something will pop up and I either don't have enough time to do a project and it has to get done another week, or, you know, it'll pop up that I have to go somewhere, or extra cleaning client. Like, stuff always happens. But at least I know, like, hey, these are your deadlines. These are the videos and the products and all that fun stuff that you have to put out. So, like, you gotta do the stuff regardless, right? Did I put, yeah, I forgot. So, Study log. And as I was saying, because I have to be flexible, that's one of the reasons why I don't put tasks on specific days. I just put down the task deadlines and then I make a giant running to-do list. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, I'm going to film all day Monday, and then Monday hits and I don't feel like being creative at all, but maybe I feel like doing bookkeeping, so I'll do my bookkeeping on that day. That doesn't always happen. Some days I have to do things that I'm not necessarily in the mood to do, but because of how my schedule is, I still have to get it all done, but I can kind of pick and choose what tasks that I want to work on that day based on the kind of like mindset that I'm in. So that's kind of how I try to do that, which is why I just have a running weekly to-do list. Moving on. So I need to film my card haul for my spiritual updates video. Sometimes I'll do these on like the weeks before, in which case I just, cross it off. I'm going to plan lesson number 3 so that I can start filming it this week. So, film lesson 3 for my class. Oh, Valentine's Day is on this day, which means I'll want to do like a treat yourself type of sale, because to me Valentine's Day is more about like, I don't really like the holiday at all, but if it has to be about something, I'd rather it be about self-love than anything. So I'm going to run like a Valentine's Day self-love sale. So, Valentine's sale. I'll need to do the promos for it so that you guys know what's happening, because that helps, right? So I'll have to plan for that at the beginning of this week so that it can roll out here. I'm going to have to send out some newsletters. I don't think I'm going to have time to write one this week, so let's put this week as the newsletter for you guys, which is good because then I can tell you about the sale. We can talk about how people are responding to lesson number 2 that we put out. And I may even be able to share with you the supply for the I Try Your Wish List supplies thing. So that would be good. And I try to do them bi-weekly. This is full moon. Tends to be the thing I mark the most often, I guess. So we have our full moon there. Film lesson 3. We move into Pisces season here. So I'm going to plan to make a page all about Pisces in my spiritual handbook as like a proposed study topic. I need to record the card readings, which means I need to post a last call for the card readings, so like a reminder. I'll probably post that on the weekend here, but I'll need to write that and get that scheduled. I'm not going to write anything about the supply test video because, like I said, I don't know when those supplies are coming in, and that might change. So I don't want to load up my to-do list with things to do with that, but that will get put on there. Oops. We have filmed the journal updates. And we're going to have to plan March. And then I'll have to work out what we do for those videos. So that's kind of as far in advance as I would want to plan for that. Okay, so that's all set. Now we're going to go big picture and talk about the goals I actually have for February. One of them is to set up some primary care doctors because Chris was finally able to get me on his insurance. I haven't had health insurance in a long, long time. And my primary health care doctor retired. So I need to get those things up because otherwise Chris is paying for my insurance for nothing. So let's put that in this block. Schedule appointments. With new dentist and primary doctor. Okay. So my monthly intentions for February. I really liked how I did it last month. I all the time refer to myself to see how I did it. When I really like how something came out. Yeah, I did it and like circled it. Okay. Definitely going to do that. So these are my February intentions. This is my I forgot. These are my miscellaneous tasks. These are usually things that, like, if I don't get them done, it's not going to be the end of the world, but, like, I should get them done. Like, cleaning my Berkey filter and repairing holes in clothes. What else do I have on here usually? Sending out save the dates was kind of on there, which I didn't get to in January. Buying a birthday gift, getting my hair trimmed, finish bookkeeping. Okay, so some of these are pretty important. And I didn't get them done. But, anywho. Remember this. Alright. I was doing this, like, January videos to film thing, but I don't know if I'm going to be doing that. I think I might just leave these video ideas here for now. I want to put in my waiting on section because I really enjoy doing that, and I like marking that with a sticker. So I pulled out my winter stickers, which I never use After Christmas, they just like get forgotten about. Let's do this one. Not really my cup of tea, but is this gonna look super ugly with the purple? I usually try to do both colors because I don't want it to be like all pink, especially since I really don't like pink. But I guess we're being basic this month. Okay. And I don't really need to say that it's my waiting on list because I already know that it is. So I'll have to fill that out. This section here, the monthly intentions, I've been doing this thing where I write like, what does my word of the year mean to me during this month? Like, how am I going to embrace it? So I think I'm going to keep going with that. Okay, so this will be something that I do off camera. I'm not quite ready to do it either yet because I like to do it closer to the end of the month. This is probably something that I would do this weekend. Once I have kind of my goals and stuff, obviously these goals have tasks that are associated with them. So I'll kind of look at my weeks, and the first week of the month and the last week of the month are usually slam jam packed for me. And I have a little bit more leeway in the 2 weeks in the middle. Not always, but they tend to be not as task heavy. Like this week would be a good week to work on maybe some of my own like projects and things that I have to get done. We'll see. I'm still trying to find... always working on that work-life balance. I forgot to put these in. I usually put in these hearts to signify when Chris is going to be home. This was more important with his last work schedule because it rotated and I had to plan around like when he was going to be home and when he wasn't, but it's not so much important now. I'm just going to put it down though because that I like to be able to look at it, and I'm going to put it here as well. But yeah, that's how I plan my month. Like I said, I'm going to put in my goals and my intentions. I'll transfer my to-do list at some point, but I have all my sections set up. Out in the back here, my obviously monthly reflection will be at the end of November. I tend to set up my favorites section sometime during the month when I notice that I'm doing a lot of one thing. Like in January, I was reading a lot of books, so I had put that there. I might start to fill out things that we've been watching. Chris and I watched several documentary series in January, so I'll probably put those in the January one. These extra pages will just be for card readings and things. I don't think I'm going to use this for anything this month again. We'll see once I get my goals fleshed out. But, oh, I have to set up my finance tracker. I'm not totally sure what that's going to look like yet, though, because I haven't done my first month in the new finance planner that I have, and I don't want to do that until I know how I'm like adjusting to that. So yeah, that's pretty much it for my February plan with me. I hope that you enjoyed this and found it helpful. I know not everybody's going to be able to relate, obviously, to my test specifically, because not all of you run your own business and have to create deadlines and stuff for yourself. I hope that you found this helpful in some way, even just hearing how my brain works, but also being able to take some of these and maybe apply it to your own life and figure out how you can fit in your own goals and things that you're working on. Let me know if you would like me to do a video at the end of the month letting you know how I do like an end of the month wrap up in my planner in terms of the reflection and just looking at different things. And so you can see what this ended up looking like when it was all filled out. If that would be helpful, I'd be more than happy to do that. So just let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much to my patrons for sponsoring today's video. They help make what I do over here on YouTube possible while still paying my bills and feeding my dog Shadow, which I greatly appreciate. Thank you to you guys for being here and watching. I greatly appreciate that. If you would like to check out anything that I used in today's video, it should be linked in the description box below for you. I'll try to link as much as I can. And with all that being said, I will catch you guys in my next one. Take care, guys. Bye.